Oh, good morning on this very fine looking, quite cool morning, which is good. It's quite early though, it's only 8 AM, and you can see the sun's just coming up. You can hear the birds chirping like crazy. I've got to get a train from where we are in La Metla to Lampola, which is just a short journey, 10 minutes, but it just means that this next leg is manageable. Otherwise it's 35k and I'm not going to do that today. It's 2 stages, to be fair. It says like the first, the sort of 12-13k that I'm skipping is basically a rugged coastline trail that would take all day to do anyway, so I just don't have enough time, like I say, to do all the stages and get to Benidorm in time. So the plan was always to just get from here to Deltebre in one day somehow. I just hadn't worked out the best way to do it. So the train there, like I say, will just mean I've got about 13-14k walk. And I could do with a slightly easier day today. My back is aching from all the weight in the rucksack yesterday with extra water and everything. So there we go. I'm going to have breakfast now, and then I need to leave 8:45. So I've got an hour's walk actually to the railway station from here anyway, and the train goes at 10, so I need to get a move on. Right, I'm just leaving El Barco B&B where I stayed last night. I tell you what, that place was amazing, and the host had just literally offered to give me a lift to the railway station, which is like 2 kilometres away, but I said no, I'm fine, I'm happy to walk. Got enough time. So I'm getting a train from La Meta, where I am now, the station, from which is 2 kilometres away, to Lampola, which is about 12 kilometres away from where I'm going, and I'll walk the rest of the way. Like I say, it was a bit too far to do all in one day. The guides say a very experienced hiker that's got a long day's walk can about make it. It's not quite me yet. So anyway, off to the railway station. Should get there 20 minutes before the train, so all's good. So just heading towards the railway station at La Metla. Just walking beside the motorway again. About another half an hour, I'll be there. That breeze was nice this morning. Makes all the difference, especially I've just eaten breakfast, so my legs are just waking up. But it's an apartment that I'm staying in tonight, so hopefully it will have a washing machine. I'll wash some more. Well, I've only got, I have to wash every night basically, because I've got sort of 3 of everything, and at the end of each day I wash what I've been wearing. But they didn't dry last night, so I've had to put them in a carrier bag wet in my bag. So I'll have today's stuff to wash, and then last night's to dry. So if there's a washing machine, that'll make things easier. Fingers crossed. Well, it looks like it's going over that bridge. I see the railway line there, and I think the station is just beyond them buildings, so 10 minutes away. That's all right. And my train goes in half an hour, so plenty of time to get a ticket and work out which platform I'm on. Right, so the railway station should be just literally here. Looks promising because I can see a railway line. And the overhead power cable. I think it's just, yeah, there we go. Got 25 minutes to spare before the train goes, so that's alright. Right, so I'm La Metla Del Mar railway station. That's the Barcelona train. I'll have probably been on that last year. Just trying to get my bearings now. I've got off the train, so I think if I head this way, the sea is this way, so that's the best place to navigate. It's only 6 miles I've got to walk today, so nice easy day. And I've got a long day tomorrow, so to be fair, having an easy day today It'd probably do me good if I was aching this morning when I woke up. I feel alright now, but so I've already walked about 2.5 kilometres anyway just to get to the station. And anyway, see what this place is all about. Lamb Polla. Just trying to find somewhere to get a cold drink, but none of these little places are open yet. Let's have a look. Got harbour down here. See if there's anywhere around here that might be open. Now this harbour looks pretty amazing. Just going to take a brief little detour and have a little wander around here. So the direction I'm going in is over that way. So, but like I said, I've got plenty of time today. Nice leisurely day. I need that today because last couple of days have been like a mission to get there, as well as trying to enjoy the scenery as well and stop and take photos, etc. So at least today I've got plenty of time. Got an apartment waiting for me, which they're going to send me the code, so I imagine that'll be straightforward to get into. Oh, it's a lovely little place this. See lots of little bars and cafes there, so I'll go and investigate, see if any of them are open. In fact, I can see some people sat down, so that's pretty amazing. I'll see if I can get fridge magnets in any shops. Not got one yet. Not really been fridge magnet places I've been to be honest. Maybe Le Hospitalet del Infant may have sold them, but I completely forgot to look. That's normally my thing, to get a fridge magnet from each place. Oops. I do want one from, I want one from Valencia, because the last 2 times I've been there I've not found anywhere that sold them, so that is one I'm missing. That's all I can carry, a fridge magnet. So I'm just heading round. I've had a nice little drink on the front, so I'm now heading round the other side of the harbour on my way out of Lamb Polla towards Deltebre. Apparently it's very flat and not much shade. There's a wetland I'm walking through, like a river delta, so it's the sun's out, so it's going to be hot. So like I said, there's not much shade to escape the sun, so but like I said, it's only a 2-hour 45-minute walk, so not too bad at all. I think I'll be following that coastline you can see there. I think it takes you out to a sandbar or something. There's a bigger one at the far end of the Ebro Delta. I think there's a little one down there, so I think I'll walk along that coastline for a bit. It'd be quite good. And then I head inland, because Deltebre is sort of in the centre of the delta, so it's not coastal, but it is near a river, so it's supposed to be good. Oh, this is a nice pleasant little boardwalk. Might go on for some time as well. Not had many boardwalks up to now this trip. Last year there were just boardwalks everywhere down the Costa del Sol. More rugged up this way, which is good. It's good to have a bit of ruggedness, but to get the miles in, boardwalk's good. You can move faster. Yeah, it looks like some sort of promenade goes all the way around to the other side, possibly. The sea is just so calm and peaceful, and so blue as well. Not sure what it's referring to, but it's a historical plaque. don't know what's going on with my Google Maps GPS, but it's taking me in a straight line across the sea, so to the other side rather than walking around here. And what's going on with that? Maybe Camus got hold of it. But basically we're around here. Unless it thinks I should swim. I love the cycle paths they have everywhere. I mean, I'm not a cyclist, but a lot of friends are, and you just don't get this in the UK to this degree. So there's a lot of quite big dragonflies around here. They look quite amazing. There we go, Deltebre. That's where I'm off. Look at that coastline, how beautiful it is. I was going to send a drone up, but it's quite windy here, very windy. Just picked up in the last 10 minutes, so I'm not going to bother. But wow, what a coastline. And then I'm turning off here and heading inland now. And I think it looks like the rest of the coast is rural, probably dirt trails. Might be wrong, I can't really tell, but yeah, I'm heading off at this roundabout and heading towards the middle of the delta now. So yes, that's a coastal trail and I'm heading this way. I think you can go that way, it's just a longer way around. So if you walk further around the coast and you got further to walk inland, so I'm just taking the direct route. Because what my plan is tonight, because the last couple of nights my feet have been quite tired after the like 8-hour walking, so I've just been too tired to like go out on a night. So what my plan is, I'm getting here a bit earlier. The apartment's about 1.5 kilometers I think from Deltebre centre. I think I'm on the edge. There's a nice apartment, which is why I booked it. So I'll have a little wander later on into Deltebre and see what's going on there, because that's by the river Ebro, and Deltebre is on this river Ebro Delta, basically like the estuary. That's like the main town or city in that region. So I might go and investigate that and have a nice meal out, because I've eaten in the hotel or the room the last couple of nights. So I think a meal out tonight will do me. I'm expecting to see a lot of this sort of scenery, like marshes, lagoons. It's completely flat plain, so perhaps really good for like birds and things like that. It's just literally a flat route all the way in. Fantastic scenery, and I think it's quite breezy just because of how flat it is, so there's just no protection from the wind coming from the sea. It's just completely flat. I tell you what, it's nice to walk in. That sun's hot, but that breeze is lovely. I haven't seen any of these birds yet that are supposed to be hanging around. I'm sure it's flamingos and things like that, storks and that sort of stuff, but I'm sure I'll see some at some point. Maybe they haven't got up yet, I don't know. nice to see the backdrop of the mountains there all along, as far as you can see. So I've got about an hour and 15 minutes still to go. Not been filming much because the scenery is pretty much the same. Like I say, it's lovely to walk through, but each turn gives you the sort of same scenery as the last. So it's just a huge wetland. Nice and flat there. I have 50 minutes to go, and I can see in the distance that it's starting to become a bit more built up, because I've not, apart from a couple of little shacks, there's not been a building. I'm lying, I saw a farmhouse, but there's been no like residential areas. It's just pure wetland. So if I look ahead, civilization is starting to loom. I need some lunch, I'm starving. About 2:30 at the moment. No, I'm lying, it's 1:30 actually. 1:30 at the moment. I had a small breakfast this morning, so I'm getting quite hungry now. And a nice ice cold Diet Coke won't go amiss. Not sure if that's someone's house or like an allotment. Looks abandoned. There's a few of these along here now. Little shacks. This one looks quite new and like it's been painted recently, with a nice scenic little garden. So I would say somebody lives in that one, or I don't like a house though, I'm not sure what it is. Unless it's like a base for the people who maintain these areas. I don't know. I'll have to research when I get to my hotel, or my apartment. Until I'm away from the coast now, today not much of a breeze. The breeze was lovely to start with. Now that sun's quite relentless and the breeze is very minimal. But the sun's just gone behind a cloud now, so that's good. Let's take the sting off the heat. Looks like this might be the first proper actual house that I've seen for a while. That's quite nice. And some birds going a bit with trackers. What a lovely little house. I wonder if it floods. Right, so just looks like leaving the main wetland behind now and moving into a more commercial, which hopefully means I'll be able to get something to eat soon. About 25 minutes left to go till I get to the apartment, so not far now. I think that might be rice, because that place there said Azahar, and Aroth means rice, so I wonder if it's rice that they're growing. So just entering the edge of the actual city now, and there's a petrol station there. Let's see if it has a shop, because I want some nice ice cold water. I'm melting. The last hour's been hard because it's been red hot, no breeze and no shade. So I'm ready for my destination now, and I'm ready for a nice decent restaurant meal. Well, that was disappointing, it's all closed up. Maybe it's siesta time. I'll try again. This was promising. We are now entering the actual city there. There's a sign, Deltebre. So looks like the shops and stuff here, so I'm beat. Here we are, Deltebre. I just got into the apartment and wow, quite impressed. Got a little balcony with a nice view. 2 bedrooms, got a bath and a kitchen, so I just bought pizza. I'm going to cook a pizza. Restaurant's not open yet. So that was the apartment block I was staying in. Great little location actually, because there was a supermarket literally just behind that building. That cafe didn't seem to open while I was here, but it didn't matter because I just chilled out in my room. Right, so I had 2 choices today. I could either go direct to Ràpita where I'm staying, which would have just been walking about 4 hours directly through a wetland, same as what I got here. So I've seen that now. I don't think I want another 4 hours of the same. So the other option was to walk in slightly opposite direction to where I need to be, to a town called Costa, which is walking beside a riverbank all the way, or most of the way, and it's supposed to be an absolutely beautiful walk. So I'm going to do that, and then I can get a bus from Costa to Ràpita, where there's a bus station at Costa, and the buses run every half an hour or so. So that's what I'm going to do. But if I'd have known there was an Indian restaurant right round the corner from where I was staying, that would have changed my eating decision last night. I did put it in the Google search and it suggested it was 8 kilometres, but I think it's because that's actually a kebab shop, but they also do curries, so oh well. I'll have one tonight because where I'm going I think there'll be more options. I've not had one yet, and last year I seemed to have a curry every other night. But anyway, I can just see a bridge ahead, so I think that's the, well, it must be the bridge that crosses the Ebro River that I'm going across, and then turning right to walk the riverbank. You can walk either side, but Google suggests that the more scenic side is the far side, so that's what we're going to go with. Distance is the same either way. There's something going on there. What? It's cyclists? I didn't know. It looks like it's a I don't know. Have they got bikes? Might be a school outing or something. Oh, this looks nice. This bridge looks quite impressive actually. So this obviously is the Ebro River, which the sea's obviously just down there, so this is where it flows into the sea. I'm saying the sea's down there, might be the direction, I'm not actually sure. Can't see which way the water's flowing. That looks upstream, to be fair. So yeah, I think it is down that way. So I've been walking around the city to get out. I've lost my bearings as to which way the coast is. But I think with the mountains there, if I remember rightly, when I was heading this way, they were to my right with the coast on my left, so yeah, don't really matter. Yeah, it's a huge river. So we're now at Sant Denveja. There we go. I'm trying to work out.
In the roundabout, take the second exit.
See, this GPS wants to take me to the roadway, but I think I'm going to go. Well, I want to go the riverbank way, so. So that looks like that might be it there. Let's have a look. This actually might be the way it's... That way, hang on. Let's see if there's a route this way.
Exit the roundabout.
It suggests there is, but actually Google's a bit cautious. See if it reroutes me. Well, this is by the riverbank, so I suggest this is the route I want to take. Let's have a look what's down here. That looks like it's the riverbank walk. See what the map says. So basically Deltebre there, and walking to Costa, and then getting a bus to there, Ràpita. So let's see where this route takes me. Must go somewhere. Yeah, so I just entered into this and seen the first sign, which is GR99 Camino Naturales, and Google Maps is happy with this now, so definitely know I'm on the right track. What they want to do is end up walking like 2 miles and then end up having to come back if there's a dead end or something daft like that. So no, it's same distance as what it's trying to take me the roadway. Just don't think Google Maps are very adventurous. But this is a bit better than walking beside a road. So I've got 3 hours walking till I get to Costa, and then probably be back to eat unless there's a bus in. Then I just jump on the bus and then I'll be back to eat when I get to Ràpita. So yeah, so where that bus is, that's the route he wanted to take me, and this is the way I'm going. Oh, someone's house there. I was. Got no windows in now. Back to the familiar wetlands. Well, my legs feel alright at the moment, so I did not want to get up this morning. I must have had about 9 hours sleep. My back was aching, but once we got moving I'm alright. But I was half thinking, oh, do I just get a bus to where I'm going? But like as soon as I got moving around, I'd loosened up, and it's not so much my legs, I think it's the carrying the pack, because when you're not used to it, obviously I did it 4 weeks last year, but that's a year ago was the last time. So you do get used to it, but at the same time, you know, when your muscles are not used to having your shoulders pulled down on and you're walking a long distance, first few days are a bit painful. Water everywhere. Up to yesterday, I've not seen any water in Spain apart from the sea. So it's quite a dry country, but seeing that it's a wetland, and I think it's one of Europe's only something or other I read. I'll have to have a look, but it's quite world famous apparently this. I'd never heard of it until planning my trip, but yeah, I'm sure it's one of Europe's one and only something or other. Or maybe the largest wetland or something like that. I can't quite remember. Just Google it. And the good thing about this little trail, it's very shaded, so it's relatively cool to walk in, which is a nice alternative to the beating down sun I had the last couple of hours yesterday. So you've got the nice breeze, but you're shaded from the sun. I don't know how much will be shaded, but I'll take advantage of it now. Can't see much of it at the moment because I'm just running. This trail look just runs sort of parallel, but you can't actually see the river. Hopefully it opens out a bit further down. Because if it doesn't, even though it's a river walk, you just wouldn't know it. All you see is just basically that. It's a nice walk, but like I say, if you're walking beside a river, it'd be nice to see the river. We'll see if it opens up. Still got the 2.5 miles, I'm sure it will at some point. There's a little access road, so I've just jumped off trail just so I can take a few shots of this, and looks pretty awesome. Quite breezy. There's beautiful views. You can hear those birds, but they're very loud, shrieking. I don't know what they are, but they're loud. I assume it's a bird. Don't know what wild boar sounds like, but apparently there's some of those kicking about. Whatever they are, they're very loud and getting louder. Oh, little lizard there, I can't quite catch it. Oh, it disappeared. Caught it out of corner of my eye. Up to now, in the last hour, I've seen one pedestrian and one cyclist. It's a very quiet trail. I'm halfway there now along this trail, and to be honest with you, it hasn't changed. So I'm slightly disappointed that I'm walking beside the riverbank for 15 kilometres, whatever it is. You'd actually hardly see the river. So, you know, in hindsight, would I have done this? I don't know. I'll decide when I get there, see if the scenery changes, but I was expecting slightly more scenic views. Don't get me wrong, this is great if you just like walking through the woodland, but I'm sick of being attacked by huge flying dragonflies that land on you left, right and centre. Probably can't quite see them on the camera, but they're absolutely everywhere. Come across some sort of plant growing outfit. The trail has moved now like bang beside the river bank. Obviously still can't see much because of the all the reeds and everything, the bamboo, but up to now I was probably about like 20 foot away from the bank, and now it's literally right beside it. Hopefully we'll open up some better scenery soon. And I'm not complaining, like I say, it is nice scenery. It's just, for me, 3 hours of the same. That's a nice tree. I'm down to the last hour now, so 2 hours done. Getting the trail looks exactly the same as it did when I first got on it. So if you're walking this way to do this trail, yeah, it's a nice walk, but what you see in front of you is pretty much what you'll have for 3 hours. Then you'll glimpse the river now and again through gaps like that, or the odd little opening where there's a bench, but like I said, the scenery is just very similar. It is a nice walk, it is, but someone with a short attention span like me, I like to be more entertained by different types of scenery. But each to their own, I guess. I think that's where I'm headed for there. That must be Costa. Quite windy here. I wanted to send the drone, but it's very windy, so I don't think it's going to happen, and that's a shame because I think it'd be a cracking view. So I'm going to head down this riverbed to that bridge, and then I'll be at the bus station in about an hour. I just moved away from the river slightly, and the path just opened out a bit more, so I've got 50 minutes walking left. I think if you want a job in water management, this is the place to come. I'll switch to walking the last bit down the road. That's the trail there, you can see running the side of me. But I'll a bit of road walking for a change. Seen enough of that trail now. These little canals that run all the way down, obviously it's how we manage the water. Canal just goes on for miles. So we just entered the city limits of Amposta. It's sun's out, but I'm glad for that wind, because that wind's making it nice to walk in. It's quite a strong wind though, but it's just taking the edge off the sun. I'm about half an hour away from the bus station, so just keep following this road in. City up there. That's a nice little town from what I can see up to now. Quite tidy. We're in the city centre now. A few things are open, but a lot seems to be closed. Siesta time. See if we can find a bar or cafe open. Hopefully. Oh, that was a lovely burger and chips I've just had, and a nice ice cold drink, so that's refreshed me a bit. So just walking towards the bus station now, about 10 minutes away. So I've just got off the bus at Ràpita, I'm now just heading to the hotel, and I've already got good vibes of a nice bustling seaside town here, so let's see what we find. I was just up and out into this fantastic looking harbour through the trees there. Go and have a look. I think my hotel overlooks the far side of the harbour, I believe. Getting good vibes from this place. Feel relaxed and chilled already. Hotel I'm staying at. Recognise it from the website. I've got a sea view, so I'm quite looking forward to that. Wow, I hope there's a supermarket around here. I need a nice cold bottle of water, unless they sell one at the hotel. Yeah, it looks like a nice hotel. Just got into my hotel room. Are you ready for this view? Wow, oh my gosh, look at that. Not too shabby. Just sat here roadside enjoying a very nice chicken tikka masala. Oh yes. Oh, this place looks even more impressive in the dark. Not bad waking up to this from your bed. So just leaving the hotel now, and like I say, absolutely fantastic location. I'm just going to go and have a wander onto the little boardwalk that jots into the sea to get a photo of the front. So that was it. Bonito Playa. So if you're ever in this area, I would highly recommend staying here, because look at that view, and I think there's about 30 rooms and every single one has a sea view. So that was my room up there, the one with the patio door open. Absolutely amazing. I mean, you do not get better views than that for £50 a night, including breakfast as well. And because you're literally on the water's edge, when you're sort of in bed at night, it just sounds like you're in the sea. It's brilliant. So not going to walk any further because I need to go in the opposite direction, but that's just to get an idea of what the hotel's like. Just noticed there's these padlocks absolutely all over here. It must be a thing. Very strange. I've seen it before actually, I'm not quite sure. I think it was last year I saw it. Not quite sure what it's all about, but maybe Spain's overstocked with padlocks, who knows. One final look back at the hotel. Wow. Gonna head over to the harbour now. I think apparently there's a harbour and 2 marinas. So I'm gonna go and explore that. A nice long stretch of beach here as well. Got some lovely wide promenades, and I sort of went for a curry last night, and to get a perspective from where the hotel was, I went about like 3 blocks up and turned right, and that seemed to be like the main street. But where the harbour is there, and again about 3 blocks up, seemed to be like the main centre. So quite a large town or city. I want to see if I can explore a little bit more of the town on the way to the bus stop. The bus station seemed to be quite central to where I got off yesterday. So I'm just going to have a head down here and see what's going on. I'm just walking along the promenade next to the beach, just towards the harbour or marina. I'm not sure which one I'll come to first. Glorious day again, red hot. I don't know if you can make out in the distance, but you can see you've got land all along there, and that's the, I think, the sandbar. It's like a massive sandbar in a wildlife area just out into the sea, and it forms a bay here. So I did want to go there, but I did not have enough time, fortunately. But it's supposed to be like full of flamingos and things like that. But I would have needed to have 2 days here to have explored that area. But 2 days here would have left me short further down the line, and it's only in hindsight now that I realise I probably should have done 2 days here, especially with that amazing hotel there. But I'll come back to this area, I'll know for next time. I think this was the harbour here, because it looks like a working harbour. Then I think the marina with all the pleasure boats etc. is at the far side. I'll go and have a look anyway. I'm quite enjoying the fact I can have a leisurely day today. I do enjoy the walking, but sometimes when you just got to get up and move to the next place because you need the 6-7 hours etc. to get there, you can feel a bit rushed. So the plan was always to build in some rest days as and when needed, or if I found a place I want to spend longer at, like such as here. But like I said, the walk to Vinaròs, I don't think it would have been practical anyway in one day. So getting the bus makes the most sense, because then I can enjoy the next day's walk even more, which is a nice walk apparently. Looks a very, very large and quite impressive harbour, to be fair. Goes on for as far as I can see. Port de la Ràpita. La Fonteta, el Port de la Ràpita. So I've just walked from that edge of the harbour. Just going to have a little look what's going on around here, because it goes for as long as I can see. Might have to also take advantage of one of these nice little harbourside cafes for a nice cold drink. The bus goes in about an hour. Yeah, booked the bus through Omeo, nice and straightforward. £3 gets me to Vinaròs. It's got a QR code to show the driver. I'll be getting on the same bus that I got off, I believe. So when I got on the bus at Amposta, I remember it was going to Vinaròs and beyond. So I'll just stand at the bus station where I got off. The bus station seemed to be more like an on the street bus stop rather than an actual bus station. Oh, this is quite pleasant. So if I had to sum up like Ràpita in a few sentences, it's absolute beautiful location, has a real laid back feel. It's absolutely huge harbour and marina. From what I saw of the town last night, it seemed like a fairly busy little city that was just set back from the front. Like the hotel was amazing, I might have mentioned that a few times. Cheap as well, everything's reasonably priced. The good thing as well, you've got the Ebro River Delta within 10 kilometres, where you've got loads of things to do from here, where you can walk or cycle, or not sure what the bus service are like to that area, but obviously where I came from was more inland. But you've got the sandbar, I forgot what they call it now, Playa Trabucar or something like that. And then you've got the mountains as well, with fantastic hiking trails and stunning views, which I don't have time to do on this trip, but you can see all in the backdrop to the town is just mountains. Basically the paradise where the mountains meet the sea, I would describe it as. Definitely worth coming. I'm glad I came here, and I'm glad I chose a rest day now so I can explore it a bit more, because I wouldn't have wanted to just walk straight past this. The last few days that I've been walking, I've been in residential places, so there's not been a great deal to see, so passing through was fine. And I've got a feeling Vinaròs tomorrow, tonight is also going to be quite nice. But I am walking tomorrow because the walk involves a lot of promenade, lots of bars, cafes and some good scenery. Nice easy walk, about 20k, so I'm definitely doing that. I bet you can cruise up the Ebro River. That'd be great. If I had more time, I'd probably investigate that. Looking at the cruiser Delta Deltebre suggests what that is. Oh, I wish I had more time. But the good thing is, now I'll have explored the majority of Spain on, well, coastal Spain on foot. For planning another casual trip, I know where to spend more time and less time, etc., because I'll have seen it all, so I'll be able to plan a much better trip next time, knowing where I need more days. Getting very fishy down this end, so I would suggest this is the working harbour, and it looks like it, because there's a lot more hustle and bustle over there. So I'd say that's where a lot of the fishermen depart from. Absolute huge place. Probably one of the biggest harbours I've seen for a while, to be fair. Yeah, I just got to what I thought was the end, and then it looks like there's another one. Wow, even more. These look like some of the bigger boats. Catamarans over there. So this is the end of the harbour. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely the working side of the harbour. Complete contrast to the pleasure boats on the far side. It's fairly quiet at the moment, but I imagine that the fishermen are up and about quite early. a few people there. Looks like they're just either coming back or setting off. So we're more towards the centre of the town now, and it's becoming busier, the hustle and bustle of a city you'd expect. Not sure if it's a town or city, La Ràpita. I want to try and find a fridge magnet from here. I haven't got one yet. So I just sat here enjoying a nice, peaceful Diet Coke. The bus station's about 5 minutes that way. The bus goes in about 40 minutes, so I'm just having a nice chill and a pee stop. I think that was a street I ate on last night. I think that's the main street that runs all the way parallel to the beach. Just heading this way now to the bus station. Well, this is the bus station. It's literally a shower. So I'm trying to work out where to stand for the Vinaròs bus. I'm not sure if it's this side or that side. Just tried to get on one bus that said Vinaròs, but it's not going there. Must have come from there, so very confusing. So, but it's not due for 15 more minutes, so hopefully whichever bus I get on in 15 minutes will be the correct one. Right, so I've just got off the bus in Vinaròs. So I'm just looking for the hotel now. It's about 2 kilometres walk, but I can see a fantastic scene ahead of me, so all's good. Yeah, it looks like a pretty big place from what I can see. I'm just going to head slightly towards the coast, get my bearings that way. I think the centre's right ahead of me. It's nice and warm again, about probably 24-25 degrees. Oh, it just popped up out of nowhere. It's like as if it's a church or a castle or something. Just disappeared in the middle of the city. Have to see what that is. I don't know if that's some ruins of something. It looks like it potentially could be. I've not really done my research about Vinaròs. Not quite sure what's here. I'll have to have a look when I get to the hotel. There we go, this is where I'm staying. The RH Vinaròs Aura. Wow, this hotel room is nice. Look at this, you've got a huge walk-in shower. Oh, and a bath as well. Ooh, it's like a jacuzzi bath. Oh my gosh, right, wow. And then, oh my god, there's like lots of bed there. And I've got a desk and a balcony. I think the seafront's just through that gap there. Right, just heading down to the, well, if it is a harbour, I don't know what it is, we'll go find out. Heading towards the coast. Gonna find myself a nice restaurant. I've found out where there's a nice big supermarket right next to the hotel, so get some bits for the room later on, so that's always good. And let's just go and see what Vinaròs is all about. I can see a huge ship ahead. I can quite make it out. Thought it was a building at first. It's like a little beach to my right, little cove. And I think that's the direction, well, that is the direction I'll be walking tomorrow. That's nice. I'd say this is a small working harbour. Not a patch on La Ràpita harbour marina that I was at this morning. But it looks nice. So I think it's more of a practical harbour, I think. Let's have a look what's around this corner. Right, well I think I'm going to make the decision to maybe head back toward the centre, because this is a working port and I don't think there's anything like restaurants, bars or anything down here. Not that's open anywhere. Again, this looks quite residential, not, you can never tell really. You see a map and you see a harbour, and it can either be like this, a working harbour, or like La Ràpita where it's just dotted with bars of restaurants. So I think what I want to do, I'll walk to the end here and then I will decide whether to head back to the centre or not. I'm just coming to the end of the harbour and I think the scenery is changing a bit now. You can see a bar restaurant on the corner. This might be the beach and this may change dining options, so let's have a look. Yeah, well I think I found the area where I wanted to be. Lots of bars and restaurants all around this area. It's quite nice actually. I'll have a little wander down here and see what I fancy. A nice little beach. Nice and more bars and restaurants. I'll see how far along it goes. Right, so the beach seems to go on for quite a way. That looks a lovely little beach. Just going to wander around to the end, and did find somewhere that did paella, but it's for minimum 2 people and it's going to cost €30 for, I didn't really want 2 people's worth of paella, so I made my excuses and left. See what's down here. Most places, to be fair, it is paella for 2, but now and again you do find somewhere they'll do it for 1. So I'm glad I kept walking because it turned out to be a nice little seafront area in the end. So just going to walk to the end and see what's on the other side. First one of these I've seen this year. What I class as the Spanish B&M. Not going to go any further. It looks like we're coming towards the end of the beach. But yeah, it's quite a nice little beach. A lot of the restaurants seem to be closed at the moment. So I sat down at 1 and nobody came out, so I stuck my head in and it was in darkness. I think they're having a staff meeting. I'll head back and I'm sure I'll find somewhere open. Looks like there's some sort of event going on here tonight. Interesting. It'd be rude not to. Hamburguesa con patatas fritas con huevo con pan y cerveza. Just heading back to the hotel now. Had a nice burger and chips, an egg. I quite enjoyed it. Very nice. Right, I'm going to get on my way now to Pensacola. No, that's Florida. Peñíscola, yeah. Just leaving Vinaròs now. It's about a 16-kilometre walk down the coast. There is a resort 2/3 of the way. I've forgot what they call it now, begins with B, Benny, Kessom or something like that. So I can stop there for a drink or whatever, break up the journey a bit, because the last few days where I've been walking, there's been nothing between start and finish all day, so it's made it a long day without a rest. And like I say, unless there's a cafe or something, I won't stop and rest, I'll just keep going. So feet are feeling all right. Got a bit of a, well, I had a blister that I popped and it's still a little bit sore, but should be okay. Anyway, here we go. So just leaving there, the RH Vinaròs Aura. Nice hotel, really nice hotel, like posh. And then you've also got the RH Vinaròs Playa right next door. Not sure what the difference is between the two. I think it goes about the same on booking.com. Anyway, so you're going to head down towards the front now and then take a right along the coast to Peñíscola. So back to the port where I came last night, and I'm currently ignoring Google Maps because it's trying to take me a boring inland route, so I'm just heading to the coast, see what happens. It's gonna be another warm day again. No clouds in the sky. Sun's just starting to come up, look. It's been up about an hour. Looks like potentially a nice walk ahead. Well, just sent the drone up from that fantastic launch pad. Couldn't have designed one better myself. Right, just heading down the coast now. I've not really looked at the map, to be fair. I briefly looked at it last night, but it's not quite as long as some of the walks, so I didn't sort of look at where the stops were in between. But I know there's a town called, I think it's Berenguer or something, which I'll probably stop at. I don't know what's there. Might be worth having a look around, don't know. It's quite nice, these little boardwalks. A bit strange shape. I don't know if that's so you can lean against them or what. So Peñíscola, where I'm heading to. Again, not done much research apart from I think it's quite historic. It's obviously on the coast. I believe with a castle or a fort or something or other. And I know my hotel said it's got panoramic views, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. It did cost a bit more though, but when I saw the word panoramic views, I was like, I will push the boat out. So I've been paying around about £50 per night for like say an upgraded room with breakfast included. I think this one's about 85, so let's hope it's worth the difference. Where we'll come from, Vinaròs. This is the sort of walk I like, where you're walking beside the sea, got a nice firm path, you've got fantastic views. I much prefer that to like the woodland trails where you can't really see much of trees. That's just me. I know some people prefer like the nature walks, etc., but basically what I like. Hence I always try and head for the coast whenever I'm on an inland road and I see an opportunity. I'm just at the start obviously of day 6. I began my walk Monday morning, so and it is now Saturday morning. So I've had 5 full days walking and I've clocked 110 kilometres up to now, so that's not bad going. That doesn't include also the 15k I did the day before, which was my rest day. So I've had 1 rest day in that as well, so not bad pace. I'm quite happy with that. Just hope I can continue. I've still got another 9 days left. Nice, all the houses are white. It looks lovely. Right, well, there's a path down here, but I can't see it on the map, so I'm just going to see. It looks like I can walk this way, because otherwise I'm going inland a bit and joining the road, which I don't really want to do. So there's some sort of river ahead. Komoot suggests you can cross it. Google Maps doesn't, so could be dodgy, but we'll have a wander down and see what happens. See if we can. Oh, there it is. This will be the Geo Trail. I've got the number. So let's hope.
Turn left onto Avinguda de Francisco Vela Tosca, Corretera de la Costa.
Let's see how far we get. As long as I get round to the other side, then all's good. Hopefully it'll keep going. It's narrowing a bit, but we'll get through. Ooh. Well, that was the end of the line for that, so it's brought me back inland, so might have to be the roadway. So back on the main road now. Well, the route is just taken slightly inland just to join up to the main road now, to get past a section that don't look passable. It may be passable, but I'm not sure. So I'll do as I'm told this time and follow the GPS. Once we've got past this section, I'll head back towards the coast. Just heading now down the 340A in the Valencia direction, which is where I will be in about another hour and a day's time, 4 days time I think, which is as far as I've planned the trip. So from Valencia to Benidorm I've yet to plan. I need to be in Benidorm to meet my mates on the 3rd of November. That's the day they're flying in. So that's my end point, and then I've got 6 days catching up and chilling out with them. So I've got, I think there's about 5 days I need to work out. But I just thought I'll see how the trip goes before I plan. I didn't want to plan the full 15 days, but things change. So Valencia being a major transport hub and network, my feet are absolutely shot by then, because that'll be 10 days walking. That'll be probably 200 kilometres. If I haven't got another 5 days walking in me at that point, I can jump on a train and do something slightly different and then still end up in Benidorm on the 3rd. So my feet are completely fine. I've got a few more routes in mind going further down the coast. I will have to skip some sections because I do not have enough days to walk all the way to Benidorm. I need another week I think. So it's nice to have a little bit of freedom in your plan. I might just see what nice hotels are around the area and chill out for a night in one of them. We'll see. I might even like Valencia so much I'll stay there a bit longer, but the 2 times I've been to Valencia I've not rated it, but I've only been stopping through. Sorry, that was a mosquito attacking me. So we'll see. I'm just going to go with the flow and then hit Valencia decide then I think. Just continuing down the N340A. Some farmers tending to the crops. I've seen a few lizards running around. Just too fast to catch on film. By the time I see one, get my camera out, they've gone. I'll see if the next one will pose. Right, just coming off here to Benicala, which is the resort before Peñíscola, where I'll be able to walk down the promenade for a few kilometres till I get to Peñíscola. So quite looking forward to that. Like I've not been able to walk the coastline for the last couple of kilometres, but this was the point where I knew I could. So it is nice also seeing the commercial side of Spain as well. Everything just has more of a laid back feel to it. Yeah, nobody seems to rush into it.
Straight onto Carretera de la Fossa del Costa.
I think I need to adopt their mentality. Sí, San Miguel. Coming up to Benicala very shortly. That means a nice cold drink time. Don't feel quite as warm as yesterday, but it is warm. I'd say I'd put it around about the early 20s at the minute. There's a tiny bit of cloud cover, so I think that's what's just keeping the temperature back a bit, which is good. It's a nice walking temperature this. Just coming up to junction here, so I think this is where I'll be coming off back towards the coast, hopefully anyway. Some sort of factory or something down there with a dead end, so in a few hundred metres I think I can turn left and get on the coast. So again, Benicala looks quite a nice little place. So fairly quiet. So I've just got now onto the front. That's a nice little bar. Donkey soft at the moment there. Ooh, Oriental buffet. Oh, I could do one of them tonight. Not had one of those for a while. Used to be all over Spain and you don't see them very often now. Normally they're set menus. Alright, well, let's see if there's any little bars open. Little harbour there, that's nice. Ooh, and a nice looking Indian restaurant right on the harbour as well. I wish I was staying here tonight now. Just continuing along this nice little promenade. Don't think it goes on for too much longer though, because I think it switches inland for a bit. I seem to think you can see in the distance there, it's like a castle. I think that's where I'm heading. I think that's Pensacola. Not Pensacola, Peñíscola. Keep getting that wrong. Oh, beautiful little beach. So just leaving Benicala now, and even though Google Maps doesn't like this way, I think this is the route along the front to Peñíscola, according to the sign back there anyway, and this definitely looks purpose built, so let's see where it goes to. Here's a section Google Maps wants me to go right. Let me see if I can get straight across. I'm sure I can. Yeah, I don't know what all the fuss is about. Let's keep going. Obviously this little bit's obviously not on the maps. They exist because I'm walking on it. Let's see how far this little beach trail goes. At least it's quite easy to walk on. Well, I've ignored Google Maps because it said you can't come here and it's just nice hard walking beach, so, and you keep going. Just be able to get around this corner. Here we go, got a footpath here, so that was a good little gamble. You cannot always tell on Google Maps when it says you can't go somewhere, whether it means you really can't go somewhere or it's just a little trail they haven't got on the map, but seems straightforward to me. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't, to ignore it. I'll take the win. I just come inland slightly, so I'm not walking on the beach, which is not my favourite, probably no.
Las echan al final ahí.
I'm not sure exactly where we are at the minute. We're in between Benicala and Peñíscola. Unless it's still classed as Benicala, I don't know. I'll look out for signs. The road's joined back up with the beachfront now, so looks like it continues on for some time this way. Possibly all the way to Peñíscola, which would be nice. It's actually a place I'm quite excited to visit, to be honest. When I was doing the bit of research I did, this is one place I'd definitely put on the visit route. Let's just hope it doesn't disappoint, but I don't think it will. So I'm in Peñíscola now, so I've got an hour to my hotel, which is actually where the castle is. As you can see, the hotels are opening out into huge beachfront properties. This I think is quite a major tourist attraction, like a major destination. It's one I definitely heard of before planning this trip, so it was one that was on my radar straight away. It might be featured in a lot of the British tour operator catalogues, etc. I'm not sure, but definitely had heard of it well before some of the places I've been to. But yes, quite looking forward to this one. I've just switched to this little boardwalk along the beach now from the main road. Look at those views. Beach goes round as far as you can see. Casablanca Hotel and Suites. It was a LH hotel I was at last night, and that was amazing. I'm still about 45 minutes away from my hotel, so this is how big the resort is, and it's a huge seaside resort basically, from what I can see up to now. It's it has that feel straight away, so I'm quite happy about that. Just the avenues lined with bars and restaurants, shops, and like I say, we're still 45 minutes away from the castle yet, which is where my hotel is. Got a little wetland just running beside of the promenade, and it's had a very noisy frog. That castle looks very impressive. Can't believe my hotel's going to be up there. Not sure what's going on here, or what will be going on here. Wonder if there's something happening tonight. I'm just still heading towards my hotel, and I think it is up there with the castle, or somewhere up that way. Nice little square just as you're going up to the castle. And then you've got the coast on the other side. And I think I'm going up there. Ah, cracking views from up here. So when I say I've got the best view in the whole of Spain, I am not joking. I am on top of the castle in a panoramic sea view apartment, and oh my god, wow, I can see literally for about 20 miles. That is absolutely crazy, look. This place is absolutely heaving, especially up near the castle where I've just come from. I know it's Saturday night, but as far as you can go, as far as you can see, absolutely heaving. Well, my room is literally right up there in the castle, where you can see there are a few hotels. I'm at the very top. I'm having my dinner with the most amazing view that you could possibly dream of. Peñíscola, part of the castle below me. Wow. I cannot keep sort of emphasising how amazing this view is from this apartment. It's a hostel actually. Wow. Just look at that. It's absolutely fantastic little terrace. I'm well happy. Right, well I don't know if you can see or not, but it is absolutely pouring it down. And I'm supposed to be walking through a national park, so I may have to rethink my plans because it's quite cold as well. Still a great view, but a wet one. So unfortunately it's still raining quite fast. You can't quite see, I don't think, on the video, but it's been heavy rain through, well, from early hours of the morning all the way through. It's now 10:30 AM. So I had a look at what the conditions might be like walking 20 kilometres through the Ràpita National Park, and basically Google says don't do it. It's prone to flash flooding, roofs being underwater, with it being obviously a lowland. It's surrounded by mountains. It's not very safe to walk through, and probably won't be very pleasant either. So I think I'm going to stay here another night. This weather ain't letting up. So I've just booked another night here. Like I said, the rain, it's 12 o'clock, it's slowing down, but the sky doesn't look brilliant. So plan will be I'm going to chill out here, and then leave early tomorrow and jump on the train from Benidorm, which is about 2-hour walk away, to Oropesa del Mar where I'm staying. And well, the rain's gone and it's starting to brighten up. Look, there's a bit of blue sky there. So lazy afternoon for me, and I'll go out shortly when I get hungry. Right, well, I'm not gonna lie, I've not left the apartment all day, so I'm just off out for a curry now. And here is the Indian restaurant that I am going to enjoy. Well, just enjoying a nice cold beer with my Indian. Ah, looks like a good curry. Well, that was a very nice Indian meal I just had. Not the cheapest, but it was good. 30 euros, but it was worth it. So I'm just walking back a different way, and that's the other side of the castle I've not seen yet. Wow, very impressive. Feel bad I've not done the tour. It's always very windy up on, well, I say always, it's only my second night, but it's been very windy both nights now. When you think about it though, the land's over there, and where I am on this, basically this little peninsula where the castle is actually in the middle of the sea, so it's obviously not no shelter, and I'm right at the top, so that will explain why it's very windy. Still cannot get over that view. It'd be a shame to leave it in the morning.